everybody, today I'm going to talk about how I jailbroke my old iPhone 4S. Now if you're new here, consider necessary the bell. So I've done a few videos on iPhones, like revisiting the really old ones, and how I talked about newer models in the past few years, like the iPhone 14 and the iPhone 15. But I kind of want to talk about how I jailbroke this iPhone 4S, and I kind of want to talk about it. So yeah, let's get started. I just feel like iPhones I am a little bit obsessed over because, like, even though nowadays they're kind of like the same thing every year, I do kind of like the tech and the kind of like useful aspects of them and stuff like that. So I found this old iPhone 4S, and what this model means to me is I just jailbroke this, and I've never jailbroken a device up until this point. And what happened was that this was actually someone else's iPhone that we got when I used to work at the old thrift store. And I got this for free because, like, we don't really accept electronics like this at that store, because I would just get so much free stuff from when I was working there. So yeah, so I just got this old iPhone 4S, and this used to be someone else's, and like their whole phone numbers were on it and stuff like that, but I actually managed to erase all of it, and I don't think they needed any of it because I signed out of their iCloud first, so I just wanted to kind of triple check to make sure I didn't erase anything. But yeah, so this is an iPhone 4S, and yeah, so I've never jailbroken a device, and yeah, so I got this restored. I believe the iOS is actually iOS 9, I believe. Yeah, it says iOS 9.3.6. So I didn't know originally that this was a iPhone 4S, because when I first got this, I was like, this has to be a 4. But like, there's kind of hard to tell the difference because like, there are some models with the Verizon that doesn't have a SIM card slot. If you actually like search into the settings, it is a little bit easier to figure out, because I thought for sure this was a 4. So it's running 9.9.6, and I believe this is actually the last update that was compatible with the iPhone 4S. And then, look at all this stuff. So, yes, I managed to actually jailbreak this, and I've always wanted to jailbreak an iPhone. Like, I could almost think, like, maybe back in 2015? Like, I was very interested in it, and the fact that I've just now learned how to do it, it's just like, I was like, how did I not know this earlier? And like, I would watch videos like Operation iDroid and stuff like that, and how they jailbreak their iPhones. And I had an iPhone 4 back in like 2014 and 2015. It was crazy because like, I would look up all these tutorials, and my mom would never let me do it. Which kind of makes sense, because sometimes you wouldn't want like anonymous kind of sources to actually kind of get access to your iPhone. But yeah, so I got this downloaded with a bunch of programs on my Windows computer. And the thing is though, is that this process was a little sketchy. So what I did is I would use this thing called Sideloadly. So this is basically a program that can download old iPhone apps onto an iPhone that usually doesn't have the app supported anymore. For example, Flappy Bird, I could not download that nowadays, even with this old phone. The only reason why with previous iPhones I would have Flappy Bird is if I already downloaded it. But this is actually a fresh iPhone, so it's getting really difficult to kind of like get these old apps running on these old iPhones without having already downloaded it. So yeah, I got Cydia, Flappy Bird, and I actually used Phoenix, which is not the best one because there's this weird kind of screen when you first select it to where they try to sell you a mixtape, which is kind of weird. When I first downloaded this onto my computer, it flagged as a virus. And I actually tried it with another one. Oh, I forgot what it was called. I think it was like Polaroid or something like that. Both of them flagged as a potential threat to my computer. And I looked up more into it, and it doesn't harm anything. It's just the Windows computer making sure that it's not like a dangerous virus. So I actually chose the Phoenix one because I feel like it was a little bit easier. It's just, I've always wanted to do this. It's just like, because I have my own devices now, and I'm not like under the rule and like the kind of like the supervision of my parents, like, it's so cool having this nearly 10 years later, and I've never done it before. So yeah, there's Cydia. One of the apps I've always wanted to download was iFile. It can actually access a lot of like the internal data of like different apps. These are all the applications you can modify. You can actually get into the internal like PNGs and stuff like that. And like I remember I used to try to do this with iExplorer and iFunbox, but I realized that iFunbox is a little sketchy and like some people kind of had bad experience using it. But yeah, so you can actually really access like the internal data of these old games and stuff like that, which is really cool. So, and I actually want to go ahead and play some of these old games because I have not played these old games in many years. Let's play Flappy Bird first. Man, this is nostalgic. Like, I feel like the iPhone 4S, like the iOS like 9 and like before was like my nostalgic time. So yeah, this is I believe the earlier version of the game. And yeah, let's see how good I am at this. I have not played this in so many years because I remember actually we would get really good score. So it's not running the best, but the fact that you can get Flappy Bird on here now is actually kind of insane. Well, I already died. I remember my score being like 300 when I got this game. Like, that was the highest one I would have. Dang it! I'm a little rusty. I've not played this in many years. It's running a little slow. Dang it! Oh, crap. Okay, so I remember people were going crazy over this game. Like, PewDiePie would play it. Like, it was a huge meme. And then I remember there was this one video of this guy just smashing his phone, which is really funny. Yeah, this is really nostalgic. People kind of remember Flappy Bird as that like one game that people got really mad at. But yeah, I'm not good at it anymore. So maybe I could kind of play this more and kind of see if I can get better at it again. But I remember having like over like 300 at one point. So another one that I wanted to play is Angry Birds Rio. Now, I probably hear you guys asking, why Rio specifically? This actually is my favorite Angry Birds game. And I think the reason being is because I really liked the movie Rio when I was younger. I actually really liked the characters and stuff like that. And I might want to watch that movie again, actually. So, yeah, this is so crazy. This is insane how nostalgic this is. It's so crazy that I was able to find all these old iPhone games and I mainly used Internet Archive for it because I don't know if I really trust any other sources. So yeah, this is like a blast from the past. And Angry Birds, I haven't played Angry Birds in a hot minute. Alright, let's see. It's kind of hard to see from here with the camera. Collapse! Yeah! There we go! Yes! Oh! And I actually do remember playing the Rio version of Angry Birds on the Mac mainly more, but I do remember having this on the on my old iPhone. Man, Angry Birds is fun. I don't know about the original movie and if I would like that or not, but like Angry Birds is kind of cool still. And I'm still kind of sad that I think it's Rovio who actually removed all their original Angry Birds games because you can't download Angry Birds Rio anymore. Or maybe you can, but like not this specific version. So yeah, so that's really cool in my opinion. And Angry Birds I think is still a really good game. Like that actually was pretty fun. So, and then the last one I wanted to do is Minecraft. This is gonna be crazy, I feel like. Oh my god! Oh my god, this is so crazy. And I actually remember having a version a little earlier than this. And I got this version from the Internet Archive because it actually has the ability to have custom skins. So if you looked over here, yeah, this was like, I remember when this was first introduced, people were going insane about it. Like, because people on like Java and all those other platforms had skins way back before iOS did, because people would just try to kind of use iFile and try to change their skin that way. But this didn't require a jailbreak. So yeah, let's do Steve. And man, this is crazy. I have not played this version in almost a decade. I just kind of miss how simple this kind of interface is because like Minecraft in its current form, I mean, I don't hate it on the iOS, but it's way too complicated. Oh my god, this is insane. Oh my god! This is so crazy. Oh, I need to change the freaking D-pad size. This is way too small. Okay, I got it pretty high, so... Oh my god, this is so nostalgic. And like, I kind of miss how simple it was, because like, my sister and I would actually play like, Hunger Games, or actually survival games, before Realms, I believe. Yes, this is so much better in my opinion. Now it's just so complicated. It's just so crazy, man. Like, the fact that this was almost a decade ago, I believe this update was, and I remember it coming out, just insane, man. I remember I really liked creative more, and I still kind of do. I remember I would trying to spawn Herobrine with this. I'm gonna keep this as like my main kind of source for nostalgia for like iPhone games. Because like, I did not think this was even possible like a few years ago. And my sister has yet to know about this, that I managed to have this old version. And because she used to play Minecraft with me all the time on this old version. So yeah, so that's really cool. So overall, I just feel like I really like Jailbreak, and I kind of want to talk about it. So yeah. So thank you guys so much for watching. I've been trying to post a lot more videos since I'm going to be going to college soon. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys later. Peace.
Go.